Hello, everyone. Okay, so in this episode, we're going to be talking about lesson points outline and how to correctly fill it out. It's a little bit weird. There's no way around that. And it's weird because it took us a while to figure out what would really work as an at-a-glance, really quick resource. So here's where we're at. You always put the slide number first, and our goal is to have one entry per slide so that we can look at an entry in the lesson bank and know what every slide is in that lesson. So if you look here, if we're looking at 2111, then you would have the first number, the first slide, which would be 4, because the first one would be the opener, and then the second one is probably the warm-up and the props, or the reward system, sorry. So the first teaching slide is going to be number 4. In the master or major courses, they're almost always on slide 4. So you would have the number, colon, and then a very abbreviated entry as to what is on the slide, just to jog your memory or to know what the subject of the slide is. So it might be if it's a vocabulary word, or so if you're looking at this one, so like slide 11 says, can you circle? So it's going to be a circling activity. Then the next one's going to be, you're learning about A, you're learning about C, D, B, C, and D on the next slide. So just think, what is the shortest way I can communicate to another teacher or to myself what's on this slide? You don't need to put the titles or the explanations, just an abbreviation about what the subject matter is. If it's a list of vocabulary words, then you could list those vocabulary words, because that would be beneficial to a teacher prepping for the lesson if they do some sort of prop with vocabulary words. So anything that is actually really content, subject related, list that out. But if it's a long story, put read and the title of the story. Or if a vocabulary word is highlighted, then put a comma and anything else. So separate anything else on one slide by commas. Then, once you're adding for a new slide, put in a semicolon. So we have the slide number, colon, an abbreviation, and then a semicolon to say it's the next slide. Then, once the lesson kind of switches or changes to a new topic, you're going to go to a new line, so like a new paragraph. So see on 8, then the lesson kind of shifts to something else. So now we're talking about good morning, good afternoon, good night. So now that's on slide 8. And then again, colon, what it is, semicolons, separating it. If you're separating within a slide, again, it's a comma, all the way to the last one. Then on your last slide, put a period. So a period just indicates the teaching slides are done. We have some abbreviations for what, the abbreviations aren't the right word, but I can't think of what it is. So ghetto. The word is just gone from me. But you'll know what I'm talking about, and then you'll know. Oh, I thought I had them here, but I don't. You guys, sorry. Okay, here we are. There we are. So we have fit blank, which is fill in the blank. CQ would be comprehension questions, which is usually we have reading slides and then comprehension questions. So just put a CQ for comprehension questions. LC is let's chat, because there's a lot of those, or LT is let's talk. So if you want to put the title or those kind of things in to just kind of give you a heads up that, oh, this is a fill in the blank activity and these are the words, then just put fit blank or even fit B, and that's fine too. That kind of thing. So it's an abbreviation of what kind of slide it is if it's important. If it's not important and you can just say like firemen, because that slide is about firemen, then we don't really need to put let's talk firemen. But some of them it will help if that's in there. So all of this is judgment calls. There's some room there for interpretation, but the thing that does matter is that we have the slide number, colon, the entry, an abbreviation for what's on that slide separated by commas, and then a semicolon separating slides. And then once topics switch in the lessons, then give us a new line just so we know that the topic will switch at that time. All the way to the end. Last one is a period. All right, that's it.